Welcome back to Infinite Mind Potential, where we uncover the hidden psychological barriers stopping you from achieving your true life purpose. This is Akane, a brilliant architect of dreams who spends every waking hour designing the perfect schedule, but never actually starts. She believes that if she can just organize her thoughts perfectly enough, the hard work will somehow do itself without pain. But as the sun sets and the moon rises, her perfectly crafted plan remains a fantasy, leaving her exhausted and unfulfilled. Science calls this planning addiction, a defense mechanism where the brain rewards you for thinking about work instead of doing it. The comfort of planning is a dangerous trap, creating a safe illusion that protects the ego from the terrifying possibility of failure. Seeking answers to her paralysis, Akane climbs the ancient steps to meet a Zen master known for training modern-day samurais. The master does not rush, yet the courtyard is spotless, proving that consistent action always triumphs over the most complex strategies. She shows him her detailed life plan, expecting praise for her thorough preparation and deep thinking about the difficult path ahead. He gently sets her plans aside and pours tea, signaling that the map is useless if you never take the journey. He looks at her and asks why she prepares for battles that have not happened, wasting energy on imaginary scenarios and fears. The master speaks of the samurai code, where excessive thinking is considered a fatal weakness that leads to hesitation and death. In the heat of battle, a perfect plan dissolves instantly, leaving only your training, your instincts, and your ability to adapt. Akane realizes she has been trying to predict the unpredictable, building a fortress of paper to hide from the chaos of reality. He draws a circle in the sand, explaining that perfection is a stagnant state, while growth only happens through imperfect movement. Your plans are like a heavy burden on your back, weighing you down before you have even taken the first step. He hands her a wooden sword and demands she strike, forcing her to bypass her analytical mind and engage her body. She freezes, trying to remember the correct form, proving that her mind is the obstacle, preventing her body from acting naturally. To understand true action, you must learn from the legendary duel between the wandering Ronin Musashi and the perfectionist genius Kojiro. Kojiro represented the pinnacle of technical perfection, with a rigid style and a strategy that had been calculated to the millimeter. Musashi, on the other hand, was untidy and late, representing the chaotic force of nature that adapts to the present moment. Kojiro had prepared a perfect counter for a fair fight, but he was not prepared for the psychological disruption of lateness. Musashi did not use a legendary steel blade. He carved a crude wooden sword from an oar while traveling to the duel. Kojiro relied on his pre-planned technique, trusting that his superior equipment and rehearsal would guarantee him a swift and clean victory. Musashi moved not according to a plan, but in response to the environment, dodging the perfect strike by a fraction of an inch. Musashi won not because he had a better plan, but because he adapted his weapon and timing to the specific situation. The lesson is clear. Rigid perfection breaks under pressure, while fluid adaptation flows around obstacles to find the path to victory. Akane realizes she has been Kojiro, polishing her sword for years, while life waits for her to simply step into the arena. Your brain tricks you into planning because the unknown is scary, and a plan feels like a map through the dangerous dark. But a map is not the territory. You can study the mountain forever, but you will not know it until you climb. The samurai principle of correction in motion teaches that you cannot steer a stationary ship. You must be moving to change direction. Clarity does not come from thinking. It comes from doing. You only learn the correct angle of the cut by swinging the sword. Your body and intuition are faster than your logical mind. Trusting your instincts allows you to react to life's challenges instantly. Mistakes are not failures of planning. They are essential data points that tell you exactly how to adjust your next move. She learns to let go of the rigid outcome she envisioned, accepting that the path will reveal itself only as she walks it. To overcome the inertia of inaction, the master teaches the avalanche method. Starting with a movement so small, it cannot be stopped. Just as a massive avalanche begins with a single shifting pebble, your greatest achievements begin with a tiny, non-negotiable action. Discipline is not a grand decision. It is the first 5 minutes of your day where you choose action over comfort. By winning the first 5 minutes, you create a momentum that carries you through the harder tasks without mental resistance. The old Akane waited for motivation to strike, The new Akane knows that action generates motivation, not the other way around. You do not need enough energy to finish the project. You only need enough energy to push the first tiny domino. Back at her desk, she applies the lesson. No outlines, no color coding. She simply starts the work, messy and imperfect. She embraces the ugly first draft, knowing she can edit a bad page, but she cannot edit a blank page. Action generates energy. The more she works, the more ideas flow, proving that inspiration is the reward for starting, not the prerequisite. When she hits a wall, she doesn't stop to research for hours. She makes a choice, moves forward, and corrects later. Like a potter with wet clay, she keeps the material moving. As long as the wheel spins, any mistake can be transformed. The result is messy, imperfect, and rough. But unlike her perfect plans of the past, this work actually exists in reality. Walking with the master, Akane learns that nature never plans its growth. The bamboo adapts to the wind and the light. Be like water. When water meets a rock, it does not stop to strategize a path. It simply flows around without hesitation. She returns to her sanctuary and performs a ritual, burning the rigid schedules that served as cages for her creativity. As the paper burns, she feels the liberation of the present moment. She is no longer a prisoner of her own expectations. Back in the corporate world, Akane sees her colleagues falling into the same trap, paralyzed by endless meetings and theoretical discussions. While they worry about what might go wrong, Akane steps up to propose a small, immediate experiment to test reality. She teaches her team the samurai wisdom. We will not know the terrain until we march. Let us launch and adjust. The energy in the room shifts. Action is contagious. When one person moves with purpose, it breaks the paralysis of the group. When presentation day comes, she doesn't offer promises or projections. She offers a tangible result, forged in the fires of action. The master smiles, knowing that the warrior has learned the ultimate lesson. The sword and the mind must be one. Remember, planning addiction is just fear wearing a mask of productivity. It is a delay tactic to keep you safe. Like Musashi, be willing to look foolish and use a wooden oar if that is what the moment demands for victory. Use the avalanche method. Do not try to move the mountain, just move one stone and let momentum do the heavy lifting. Akane now stands at the peak, not because she planned the climb perfectly, but because she refused to stop stepping forward. A perfect plan kept in a glass case is worthless compared to a pair of muddy boots that have traveled miles. Look at your list right now. Pick the one thing you are dreading most and commit to doing it for just 5 minutes. Close this video if you must. The greatest respect you can pay to this philosophy is to stop watching and start doing. True mastery is not knowing exactly what will happen next. It is the confidence that you can handle whatever happens next. You only need to see the next 3 feet of the road. Step into the fog, and the path will reveal itself. Akane's desk is no longer perfectly organized, but it is alive with creation. She has traded perfection for progress. Action cures fear. Action creates clarity. Action is the only bridge between the world of dreams and the world of reality. The master has finished his tea. The lesson is over. The rest of the story is now yours to write. Don't wait for the perfect weather to plant your seed. Plant it in the dirt today and let the storm make it strong. Time is the only resource you cannot store. Spending it on planning a life you are not living is the ultimate tragedy. When you free yourself from the paralysis of perfection, you become a light for others who are still stuck in the darkness. Sheathe your doubts. Draw your courage. The world does not need your perfect plan. It needs your imperfect, beautiful action. Now that we understand the philosophy, let us dive deeper into the neuroscience of why your brain fights against starting hard tasks. The amygdala, your brain's fear center, perceives a large, undefined task as a threat to your safety, triggering a fight or flight response. To your primitive brain, writing that report or starting that business feels dangerously similar to facing a predator in the wild. Your logical brain knows you are safe, but your emotional brain overrides it, screaming at you to run away to comfort. Procrastination is not laziness. It is an emotional regulation problem. You avoid the task to stop the bad feelings it creates. The solution is to trick the amygdala by making the task so small that it no longer registers as a threat. Your brain runs from a boulder, but it is not afraid of a pebble. Shrink the task until the fear disappears. Tell yourself you will work for only 2 minutes. This lowers the barrier to entry so much that resistance melts away. Once you start, the Zeigarnik effect kicks in. Your brain hates unfinished tasks and will naturally urge you to keep going. You will find that starting is the hardest part. Once the wheels are turning, physics takes over and momentum carries you forward. Action creates natural dopamine. You get a chemical reward for finishing that first sentence, which fuels the second sentence. You replace the cycle of anxiety and avoidance with a cycle of action and reward. You become addicted to progress. Every time you choose action over planning, you are physically rewiring your brain to become a person who gets things done. Just as steel must be heated and beaten to become a sword, your mind must be challenged by action to become sharp. When you fail, and you will, remember that failure is not a sign to stop. It is simply feedback from reality. Think of failure like a GPS recalculating. It doesn't cancel the trip. It just finds a new route to the destination. Embrace the ugly process. Permit yourself to be bad at the beginning so that you can be great at the end. Psychologists call it analysis paralysis. Having too many options and too much information actually shuts down your ability to choose. It is better to walk down the wrong path and turn back than to stand at the crossroads, forever wondering which way to go. Musashi often did not know the terrain. He trusted that his feet would find the ground, and his sword would find the way. Treat your life like a laboratory. You are the scientist and the subject. Experiments are not passed or failed. They just provide data. Shift your focus from a to-do list to a done list. Celebrate the evidence of your action to build confidence. Confidence is not something you have before you start. It is the reputation you build with yourself by keeping promises. While the world talks about what they will do someday, you can be the quiet warrior who is already halfway there. The ultimate goal is a mind that is still like water, ready to reflect reality exactly as it is, without distortion. This is the state of Mushin, or no mind, where the actor and the action become one, and hesitation ceases to exist. Elite athletes know this state. They do not think about how to throw the ball. They simply let it fly. You reach this state not by thinking harder, but by practicing the small basics until they become as natural as breathing. The greatest gift you can give others is not your plan for their success, but the example of your own disciplined action. A plan should be a compass, not a train track. It gives you a general direction, but you must navigate the terrain. Look at how far we have come. The Akane who started this journey paralyzed by fear is now a master of her fate. If you are waiting for a sign, for permission, or for the perfect moment to begin, let this be your sign. The door to your potential is unlocked. It has always been unlocked. You have simply been standing outside, studying the handle. The master returns to his silence. He knows that words can only point the way. They cannot carry you there. Akane clears her desk, not to plan for tomorrow, but to leave a clean space for tomorrow's actions to unfold. The universe does not plan its next move. It flows from moment to moment. Align yourself with this cosmic rhythm. Etch this into your mind. Correction in motion. You are a guided missile, and you can only guide what is moving. History remembers the doers, the messy experimenters, and the bold explorers. It has forgotten the perfect planners who never left home. Tomorrow is a blank page. Do not ruin it by pre-writing the script. Live it, experience it, and write it with your actions. If you are ready to master your mind further, explore our other lessons on discipline, focus, and the psychology of success. Join our community of warriors who have chosen to step out of the illusion of planning and into the arena of life. You do not need another app, another notebook, or another strategy. You already have everything required to begin right now. Akane has found her path. Now it is time for you to find yours. Put down the map and start walking. Action is a sacrifice of comfort. You burn your safety to create the light of progress. It is a worthy trade. Here is your mission. Close this video. Pick one task. Do it for 5 minutes. Do not think, just do. Be relentless like the tide. It does not plan to erode the cliff. It simply crashes against it, day after day. Mastery is the result of thousands of imperfect actions. Every mistake you make is a deposit in the bank of wisdom. Kojiro fought to look good. Musashi fought to win. Stop worrying about how your messy action looks to others. You cannot learn to fly while holding onto the branch. You must let go and trust that your wings will open. Life is messy, like a sudden storm. Do not hide from the rain. Learn to run through it with joy. The sand in your hourglass is running out. Do not let the last grain fall while you are still planning your life. Musashi wrote, "Do not regret what you have done. You can only regret the actions you were too afraid to take." At the end of the day, will you write, "I planned today," or "I lived today"? The choice is entirely yours. The path to greatness is not a straight line drawn on a map. It is a winding road discovered by walking. Be patient with your results, but impatient with your actions. Act now, but give the seed time to become a tree. Observe Akane one last time. Notice the lack of hesitation. This is the superpower available to you right now. Your brain is plastic. You can forge a new identity. You are not born a procrastinator. You practiced it. Now, practice action. Unleash the potential inside you. Stop capping your own volcano with layers of doubt and over-planning. Let it flow. The training is complete. You do not need the master anymore. The wisdom is now inside you, ready to be used. Shed your old skin of hesitation. Step into the new season of your life as a warrior of action and truth. Take hold of your destiny. Do not let it slip through your fingers like sand while you are busy drawing maps. Walk through the world with purpose. Let your actions speak so loudly that no one needs to ask what your plan is. Action. Adapt. Overcome. These are the 3 pillars of the samurai mindset that will guide you through any storm. As the sun sets, earn your rest. Sleep with the satisfaction of a warrior who has left everything on the battlefield. Peace is not found in a perfect plan for the future. It is found in the trust that you can handle the present. You are a modern samurai. Your battles are different, but the enemy is the same. Fear, hesitation, and the illusion of control. Rise to the occasion. Be the hero of your own story, not the author who never publishes the book. Let these lessons echo in your mind. Let them be the fuel that drives you forward when the road gets tough. The flame of ambition burns inside you. Protect it with your discipline. Feed it with your actions. Do not let it die. We believe in your potential. We believe that you are capable of more than you can possibly imagine right now. If this video sparked a fire in you, please like and subscribe. It helps us reach more warriors like you. Your journey does not end here. Click on the next video to learn how to develop the laser-like focus of a Zen monk. This story was crafted to serve your growth. We are honored to be a part of your journey towards self-mastery. Remember, perfection is the enemy of done. Go out there and make a beautiful mess. The world is waiting. This is Infinite Mind Potential, signing off. Stay disciplined, stay adaptive, and never stop moving toward your dreams. Thank you for watching Infinite Mind Potential. Subscribe now to continue your journey toward mastery and unlock your true, limitless self. See you in the next video.